Hey guys, it's Faye here, Modern Day Pilgrim. I hope you're having a fabulous day today. Well, welcome back to my channel. And happy 2026. It's January, I don't even know what day. 24. No, 22. 22. 22. January 22. And I think it's supposed to be like the frozen tundra overnight and the whole world shutting down again because of the freezing. But anyhow, I thought I would do a little test in my van with my So Cozy window covers. So what we're going to do is set the van up with the window covers in it, put a thermometer inside the van and one outside the van, and see how cold it is, you know, in and out. And I don't know, see if I want to stay in there maybe. I'm not even sure. This was like a harebrained idea like all of 5 minutes ago. So we're going to do it right now. We're going to get in the van, which is an absolute train wreck right now, which you're going to be able to see because I'm going to take you in there. Rip it apart, put some things in it, and kind of get it set up for overnight and see what the temperature is going to be in and outside the van with my So Cozy window covers in. Okay, let's get into it. All right. This is kind of what I got going on in here. It's kind of wanky jank. This is my daughter. She flew back to California. I gotta take that to her unit, her storage unit or whatever. Those are her candles I gotta take back. Window wiper fluid business. You know, just, of course I have to have a duster and snow remover thingy. And this fine piece of cardboard here that I've had in here for a very long time. Why did I have this in here? My husband put it in here for some reason. I actually had the whole piece of cardboard flat out. That seat was in the stow and go compartment. None of this was here, but I think we were moving something. I don't remember what it was at the moment. But it's probably a good insulator. I might actually keep it in here. Yeah, all right, let me get this going real quick. I'm gonna get the van straightened around. Alrighty, it's about 6:20 p.m. Basically, dark 30. I started at, 5:40, I think, when I got this harebrained idea to do this, and here we are. So it's about 6:20 now. I took a screenshot at 6:16. I'll add that here. I believe it said 17 degrees, feels like 7. And these are by far the best window covers I've come across. And if you haven't heard of them, it's socozy.com. Check it out. But anyhow, these have screens in them. This one here does, that one up there, and of course the two on the other side, front and sliding door on the other side. Those two, or shall I say those four, have screens in them. This was such of a crazy thought I had. All of a sudden I just realized I haven't eaten anything and I'm actually quite hungry. As you can see, I left the cardboard underneath here, and I think it's going to actually work good as an insulator. I've got my rubber-backed utility carpets here. And then I've just got my throw rugs here. I didn't put any boards underneath the bed to level the bed out at all. I basically just wanted to get a very simple setup back here. That's my little tiny table back there. I love this setup with this table. It's the best thing ever. You can put your iPad on there. You could raise the legs on that. You could eat at it. It's thebottom.com. I just love it so much. This is my second favorite setup. My first is my little table bed that goes the width of the van. On those back windows there. But this right here, this is the best setup. Second best setup. But that's it. I'll catch you in about an hour. I'm gonna go have a bite to eat and we'll see where we're at then. All right, catch you in a little bit. All right, it's about 7:39, 7:40. Whew, baby. And we're gonna see what we got going on out here. There's my outdoor temperature thingy, but I'm actually going by the temperature that's on my phone versus that thing, because I think the one that's on my phone's more accurate. All right, so let's turn this light on because the fan light's gonna go off. Okay, so it says, as you can see outside, it is 19 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty darn accurate, more accurate than I thought. The weather app says 18 degrees. This says 19.2, so pretty close. And here it says it's 25 degrees inside the van here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hang out in the van for about an hour and see if the temperature goes up at all with my body temperature. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Whoo, baby. It's a wee bit chilly out here. It's, I don't know, 8:10 maybe. I took a screenshot at 8:08 of the temperature outside. It said it went up a degree or 2 or 3. I don't even know. I think it's 18 out right now. And it feels like 10, I think. But it's still pretty chilly. My core is warm. My feet are warm. I'll show you what kind of shoes I have on in a second. But my hands, of course, you know, I do have leather mittens. I think I left them in the house. But I have leather on the outside in this like lamb's woolly, sheep's woolly business on the inside, and they have fingers in them to keep your fingers separated in the mitten, and they're the best. But these are not the best. Let me just say it right now. Yeah, my hands are pretty cold. But anyhow, the temperature went up. Let me grab that right quick. Show you what we got. It says it's 20 outside, but I'm not sure I believe that. The phone app, the weather app says 18. But in the van, it says it's 27 now. So it went up a little bit. Can you see that? Okay, 27 there. I feel like it would be doable if I had the right attire and all the sleeping gear to sleep in this cold situation in my van. I've actually slept outside in 28 degrees in my tent before with my granddaughter and my husband and my son Nathan, and woke up to snow on the ground. That was wild. We did have a little heater in that tent. This was a few years ago, and she was little. She's going to be 10 here this year, but she had to be 4. I don't even know, but I had the heater completely on her so she wouldn't freeze to death. But we had sleeping bags and the right attire, so we weren't frozen either, which was all good. All good. Anyhow, yeah, staying warm. So what do I have on? I've got 32 degrees layering garments. Have you guys ever heard of the brand 32 degrees? I would say that if you haven't, you need to. They are fantastic and very, very affordable. They have all kinds of things. They have socks, they have underwear, they have the layering clothing, they have outerwear, I think even pajamas. But long and short of that is a great brand, and my sister Delane turned me on to them, and I absolutely love them. What is that saying up there? Oh, it says more light required. Well, guess what? I don't have any more light, so it's gonna be okay. This is it, folks. This is it. What else? Yes, so I've got my 32 degrees on. I've got the pants and the shirt on. I've got a Patagonia on, and I also have a vest. So the Patagonia is under here, the vest, and then this is a down jacket. My core is warm. Of course, I have a hat on. Shoes. I'm sorry if that's wiggling, guys. Can you see that? Taos, Taos. This is a great shoe brand, and nice rubber bottom. I normally wear these in the van as my little house shoes. They're wool. I don't have anything on other than that, and my merino wool socks, and my feet are very, very warm. It's still 27 in the van. So let's talk about what would you need if you were spending the night in your van. Well, in this frigid, freezing, tundra, Arctic business going on, you're going to need a couple sleeping bags for sure. I have a regular, traditional, rectangular sleeping bag, and then inside it I put a mummy sleeping bag. That is the cat's meow. So the mummy sleeping bag obviously fits the shape of your body. It goes around your head. I'd still have a hat on. I'd still have a bunch of layers on. Depending on how my hands felt, I might even wear mittens to bed. Would for sure have merino wool socks on. I would make sure my neck is covered. Whatever blankets you have, that you want to put them in your sleeping bags or on top. I would also recommend, if you have the means to warm anything, a hot water bottle would be fantastic to put inside your sleeping bag. That's really, really helpful. There are a lot of things you can do to keep yourself warm in your vehicle. I do have a video out that shows how to make a tent over your bed. And I don't remember what the title is, but it's in my playlist of van camping in Michigan, so check that out. And then I have another one where I use one of those that's completely enclosed. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'll put 2 cards in this video. One for the tent that I construct over my cot, and the other one will be the other kind of a bed that's completely encased in a tent. It's gone. It's not there. Tapped out. Psh, lost that file. But I'll put a card up in the video for that one as well, so you can check out that video. But keeping yourself in your little space warm is super important if you can't keep your entire space warm. And obviously it's pretty tough to do that if you don't have any way besides starting your car to heat your car up all night, which is not a bad thing every so often to, if you absolutely had to do that, to turn your car on. You have a remote start, you could start it for 20-30 minutes, whatever, do it 2 times over, get your van really warmed up, or your car, and then, you know, shut it off. Then you'd be toasty for a while. Not ideal for some, I know that, and not everybody wants to sleep in their van. Some people are just kind of forced into that situation under, you know, not really good circumstances. But always look at your vehicle as a safe haven, as a roof over your head. When I'm away from home and I'm in my van, this is like my house. I absolutely love being in my van. I feel safe, I feel secure, I feel just at peace and comfort, and I just have security in this van. When I go van camping, I have everything I need. So as you know, I am a self-sufficient van camper, so that means I have a toilet, I have water, I have food, I have a place to sleep, got lights, I've got power. This little battery here was charging my phone a little bit ago. So if you've got food, if you've got water, if you've got a little place to go to the bathroom, and you have a place to sleep, you're good. You're good. Maybe not ideal. You know, obviously not everybody wants to be in their vehicle. But for us that van camp, it's a great thing. For those that are forced to be in their car or are fleeing a bad situation and you're just getting out of a situation, do not look at yourself as homeless, because you're not. As long as you have a vehicle, you are not homeless. That can be your home. And find peace in it. Find security in having a roof over your head, because you're not out in the elements. And as long as you can start your car and you can warm yourself up, you're good. You're good. So don't fret. Do not fret. Anyhow, what else? What else can I say? It's been a minute. I haven't been on in a while. As you know, I had my new grandson last year. Well, I didn't personally have him, but you know what I mean. He's going to be 1 in February. So that's kind of been where my time's gone, with my family and just hanging out at home. I've enjoyed being home this year, which, yeah, for the 3 years before that, I wasn't ever home. But Clement, my granddaughter, she was with me. I do have some trips planned with her, and one with her and Nathan, which is my number 4 son. He's 19. He'll be 20 when that trip comes up, but he's gonna go with us. So this year we're gonna go to Michigan Adventure once again, which is in Muskegon. That's Clement, myself, my friend Susie, and her 2 boys. We've been doing that for 3 or 4 years now. I think this will be our 4th year, and that's been an absolute blast. And she's a van camper too. I have videos with her in my playlist of van camping in Michigan, so you can check those out as well. She van camps with her 2 boys, and what does she have? She has a GMC Savannah, I think. It's very, very nice, very cool. But anyhow, we've got that coming up in June, and then in late July, we're heading to Petoskey State Park. I think we're going to go there. I do plan on making a trip by myself to the UP again this year to do rock hunting, and I think I'm going to bring my motorcycle, my little motorcycle. I think I'm going to do it. Last year I brought my e-bike, which was great, but I only got so far in the woods before I had to turn around because it just got too rough and bumpy, and it just the bike I had was not cut out for that kind of riding. So yeah, I think I might bring the 70. We put one of those like pit bike springs in there, so it's a little bit more sturdy. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. What else? Whoop, 28 kids. Just by being in the van, 28 degrees. So I'm sure it's still about 18 outside, so we got a good 10-degree difference. These window covers, I'm telling you, they're thebomb.com. It's safe to say that I think these window covers are very helpful in keeping the van some degrees, at least 10. I would say at least 10 degrees warmer. I also want to say that I kept that cardboard on the ground, and I put the carpets over it, and that's like an insulator as well. I don't have like around my doors insulated, and I know that would help too, but I don't, this is my family van. So what comes in the van must go out. So this is a complete no build. If you're just joining me first time here, this is a 2019 Dodge Grand Caravan, and I van camp in it, and I rock hunt all through the Great Lakes in Michigan, and I go by myself for the most part rock hunting, but I go camping with my granddaughter regularly every year in this van, and we have a great time. But anyhow, yeah, that is all. All right, you guys, I think I'm going to head in for the night, and I'm going to make a new plan on what kind of video I'm going to do next. I really miss being on with you guys and making videos. I really love editing videos, too. I really love editing. So, that's it. You guys, have a great evening. I will catch you later. Until next time.